solar and wind electricity that's been coming into the market at an extremely rapid rate, almost an unanticipatedly rapid rate, is generating electricity, and of course their marginal cost of generating electricity is low. It's effectively zero, and that is putting pressure not just on your lawn but on all coal-fired power stations.
There was a recent report which came out which found that in fact 5 of Australia's 16 coal-fired power stations could be operating at a loss by 2025. Is that a shock to you? Does that make economic sense?
It does make economic sense. We've got state governments and the previous, now finished renewable energy target that have encouraged quite sensibly solar and wind-fired electricity into the market.
So with that in mind, is there any sense in governments getting involved in financing existing or new coal-fired power stations, as some politicians want to happen in this country?
Look, electricity has to be there all the time on demand, and governments ultimately are responsible for ensuring that happens. Of course, the players are private industry and the operators and the relevant market bodies, but at the end of the day, governments are responsible for ensuring the delivery of this essential service. So we are going through a transition, and keeping things going during that transition is difficult. How it's achieved, I'll leave those policy and financing decisions to others, but we do have to make sure that there is no interruption to supply.
Can we talk about the future of electricity? And one of the things which we hear a lot about is hydrogen. You are the author of the National Hydrogen Strategy. Can you explain to us what hydrogen is and why it could have a role in our future?
Okay, so very, very simply, hydrogen is a gas. And we're talking about it in the context of it being a fuel. Just the best fuel that there is, because the only byproduct of combustion is the heat that you want and water vapour. And there are 2 different ways to produce it. The one that is really engendering most enthusiasm is called the renewable hydrogen pathway, where you take renewable electricity, solar, wind or hydroelectricity, the electricity, pass it through the water and crack it into its constituent components, hydrogen and oxygen. The other way of making hydrogen is to start with either natural gas or coal. And if we talk about coal, you can gasify it. It's a process that's been known for well over 100 years. And you get the hydrogen that you want, but you also get carbon dioxide that you don't want. So you have to bottle the hydrogen and sell it to customers, but you must deal with the carbon dioxide. You can't just release it to the atmosphere, because then you would completely defeat the purpose of having a clean fuel.